Is your magic meter running low? Well, we've got a cure for you. Welcome to Disney Coast to Coast.
Hey folks, and welcome to Disney Coast to Coast, the ultimate unofficial Disney fan podcast. I'm Jeff DePaoli.
And I'm Patrick Dougal.
And I'm Laura Dickinson.
Laura Dickinson in the house. Ladies and gentlemen, you may not know the name, you may not know the face, but you know the voice if you watch the Disney Channel, because you're pretty much on every show on the Disney Channel these days.
Every show. You can hear me at least once a day.
If it's not animated, maybe you don't hear her, but oh my goodness, the resume is insane.
Thanks, Jeff.
And we're going to get to that. But first, we like to start with our guests with this kind of 5 questionnaire just to kind of get an idea of the type of Disney fan you are. It's not trivia, it's opinion-based, so you're safe. So let's start
For now.
Yeah, right.
So, starting off, do you have a favorite Disney animated movie?
Absolutely. When I got my first job at the Disneyland Resort, they asked me the same question. I was 16. It's The Little Mermaid.
Oh, that's mine. Hello. She's got the Ariel hair, too.
There you go.
At the Disneyland Resort. So wait a sec, what did you do at the resort?
My very first job was as a Jungle Cruise skipper.
No. Oh, give us a bad joke. Come on, we got to hear it.
A bad joke?
Yeah, from the Jungle Cruise.
A bad joke, but there's so many to choose from.
Ladies and gentlemen, please feel free to take as many pictures as you want. They're all wearing their trunks.
Yeah. My name's Laura, I'll be your skipper. But we used to say, my name's Laura, I'll be your stripper. Skipper. Only on grad nights.
I was going to say,
It's not very cast member-ish.
I've never heard that one before. You know, it's always a joy when you do the Jungle Cruise and you actually get stuff you haven't heard before. It's always like such a present.
But, sorry to interrupt you.
No, please.
Do you remember Mouse Tales when everyone was getting fired off of the Jungle Cruise in about 1995?
Oh, I'd heard about this.
Maybe 96? That was when I worked there.
Ooh.
During the mass firing.
Did you get fired?
No. Never. Sacked. Heavens not. I'm never sacked. Name that movie.
I have no idea.
Oh, come on.
Sacked?
Mary Poppins?
Who says it?
Did you get sacked? Sacked? Certainly not. I'm never sacked.
Here's a little secret that our viewers know already. I'm not a huge Mary Poppins fan. I know this is very upsetting to a lot of people. Pat, I think you like it more than me, right? I love the music. I love the music. But I will put it to you this way. I'm a bigger Saving Mr. Banks fan than I am Mary Poppins.
Well, that was a great film. Really good film.
Anyway, wow. Little Mermaid, nice answer. Boom. Yeah. Okay, favorite, this is really tough. Favorite Disney song? Anything, movies, theme park, whatever.
The first thing that comes to mind is Feed the Birds, because that was Walt's favorite song. Mm-hmm. My favorite Disney song? How do we pick one? If I had to pick one right now, the second one that comes to my mind after Feed the Birds would probably be Part of Your World, because that movie was so influential in, yes, that's what I want to do. I want to be a singing voice of a Disney princess.
Awesome.
And I did it. It's a Disney Junior princess, so it still counts.
It totally counts.
100%.
Okay.
And then going along with that, of course, we visit the theme parks a lot. Do you have a favorite ride at the parks?
I have a favorite attraction.
Okay.
But it's not a ride.
Go for it.
My guilty pleasure is the Tiki Room.
The Tiki Room.
The Tiki Room's awesome.
What's no guilt involved there?
I worked there too.
Did you?
Mm-hmm. I was actually a trainer. I had a name tag that said trainer on it.
Did you wake up Jose?
I did.
Nice. Very good. Tiki Room's totally cool. Let's see. Do you have a favorite Disney theme park of all of them?
I can't answer that because I haven't been to them.
Well, which ones have you been to?
I've been to Disneyland only up until 2011, and then I worked at Epcot very briefly for Candlelight and Voice of Liberty, so I got to go see all of those parks.
So that's 6 parks to choose from. You got Disneyland, Disney California Adventure, Epcot, Disney Hollywood Studios, Magic Kingdom, and Disney Animal Kingdom.
It's such a hard one. I have to say Disneyland because I was born and raised here.
That's a fantastic answer.
Although I do love the castle at Magic Kingdom. Somebody from Orlando went to Disneyland for the first time with me, and they looked at Sleeping Beauty Castle and said, that is a gingerbread house.
It really,
cute.
It is the thing you hear a lot. We're in the parks a lot, and you often hear from tourists, Oh, that's the castle?
It's tiny here.
It's definitely tiny. Cinderella Castle's beautiful. I think Disneyland Paris did a really good job. I don't think that's as big as Cinderella Castle, if I'm remembering correctly, but it's Sleeping Beauty Castle, but bigger than Disneyland's. And I'm one of the weirdos who actually wants them to expand the height of Sleeping Beauty Castle. Most people are very purist about that.
That's kind of a sacrilege kind of thing, but I might get on board with it.
I feel like Walt would have done it by now. Like, personally, I feel like Walt would have
Let me
done
tell you, the good thing about a small castle is you can go to the front of the castle and still see the fireworks.
That's true.
If you are in the front of the castle in Magic Kingdom, you are not seeing any fireworks because it blocks all of them.
Well, the funny thing is I grew up going to Magic Kingdom far more than Disneyland. But now when I go to Walt Disney World, I'm always surprised at how... like the castle blocks fireworks. I'm not used to that. And I'm like, oh yeah, this is an obstructed view, like on purpose.
It also blocks traffic here. Yeah. Getting out at night is not fun.
Funny.
It's huge though when you're standing up there. I got to sing up there for New Year's Eve once and watch the fireworks up there and just see the sea of people from the castle to Main Street, and it still felt pretty big up there. A little scary. It's about this big up on the little balcony.
Oh, geez.
Not safe with Mickey and Minnie and 2 ambassadors and another singer. We're like,
We're good.
New Year.
Happy New Year. Awesome. And so I think there's one left in our little questionnaire.
So you visit quite a few parks. There's do you have a favorite parade or show?
Main Street Electrical Parade.
Oh.
The original, which I auditioned for the Farewell 1995 parade. Did not get cast.
Oh, bummer.
All the way down to the end. That was when I was still in my 3-year-old mindset. All I want to do when I grow up is dance in the parade. And then, boy, did I get a dose of reality.
I think you...
They worked so hard.
I think you won overall, though. I think you...
I'm not complaining.
Yeah, I think
But
you
I kept auditioning to be in all the parades and the AGVA shows. I auditioned for the Festival of Fools. That was around like 1995.
Festival of Fools! Oh, I love Hunchback of Notre Dame so much. Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, original Main Street Electric Parade.
Okay.
Nice.
For sure.
Well, did you fall for the trick when they're like, and we're retiring it, selling the light bulbs? Did you buy any light bulbs?
I worked the end of it as guest control because I was an attractions cast member. I also worked the opening of Light Magic. Back when you had to...
Light Magic. Now, do you know this story, Pat?
No.
Light Magic was... Well, you can tell it. Go
We're
ahead.
getting way back to
Light
the Disney
Magic.
archives.
This lived a very short period of time.
It
This was
only
a
one
flop.
summer. I want to hear your version of it.
Well, what I know, I mean, I didn't see it, but you know all the lighting, the buildings around Small World?
Mm-hmm.
They were built for projectors. And they had this Light Magic parade, which was like an electrical parade where these floats lit up and stuff, but they projected stuff onto
you
the
told
floats.
me this.
Yeah, and so that's why those towers were actually built around Small World, and it just flopped. And I don't know why.
I think it was too soon. It was the summer after Electric
Electric
Parade
Parade.
had closed right
Everyone's
away.
like, this is not electric.
People were angry.
Yeah, and it was scary for the kids because there were fairies but they wore masks.
Oh, it's like Spectro Magic.
I've never seen
Spectro Magic, the white mask, clowny
They
things.
weren't white or clowny or anything. Just the way the fairies looked, it just was scary for the kids.
I think Yesterland.com, if I'm remembering correctly, check out Yesterland.com. They have photos of Light Magic. But yeah, and
The music was great. It was all designed after like Riverdance, and I remember the audition being you gotta kind of another hard audition that I didn't get. I didn't get it.
You tried.
what were they thinking? Well, I think you survived our 5 questions. Nice job. And now we know a little bit more about Laura and her specific love for Disney. So as we mentioned at the beginning, your resume for Disney Channel alone is, let's just, Phineas and Ferb, Sofia the First. So basically all the biggest shows on the Disney Channel.
2 of them.
Jake and the Neverland Pirates, The 7D, The Emperor's New School, which I don't even remember The Emperor's New School.
I watched it.
No.
It was cute.
And Fish Hooks. And am I missing anything? What? Tell me, please. Just go.
I just did Wander Over Yonder
Oh,
last
jeez.
week. I did an episode of Pen Zero. I also did a show called Sunny with a Chance.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? Which turned into So Random.
Yeah.
And then most recently, I've been working a lot on a show that is the spin-off of Sofia the First called Elena of Avalor.
Yes,
Yes.
I've been hearing about that. Where is she from? I'm forgetting. She's from Avalor. Duh.
Yeah, so that's 10 shows for them in the last 9 years.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, I got lucky.
Take us to the beginning. How did that... Obviously, you've been working for Disneyland and stuff for a long time, but the first, like, voiceover Disney Channel gig.
Well, the first thing I did was singing voiceover, and I don't know if you've ever been down to Laguna Beach and heard of a show called The Pageant of the Masters.
I have not.
It's a live art show that's been happening for, I think this might be 75 or 80 years. Sorry, my facts. But it's a show. You sit kind of in like a miniature Hollywood Bowl or the Greek theater, and you watch live art. There's literally a picture frame on the stage, and there are people in the two-dimensional paintings made up to look two-dimensional. And it's all kinds of art, not just paintings and oils and canvas, but they have, like, they did the hood ornament of a Rolls Royce once. There's sculptures, there's tops of perfume bottles. It's very hard to explain. I'm not doing a good job, but they have a symphony orchestra and vocalists sometimes. And I was hired through one of the Dapper Dans. It all goes back to Disney, folks.
Yes.
Tim Reeder, one of the original Dapper Dans, said, hey, they're looking for singers to portray Rita Hayworth. You should go audition. Typecasting. And I did, and I got it. And I had just broken up with my fiance at the time, a drummer. So I was sitting in the orchestra pit, and I was sad and just depressed. And the chair next to me was the guitar player, and he was like, literally, what is wrong with you? You look miserable. And his name is Danny Jacob, and he's the composer of Phineas and Ferb, and also a song producer for many of our shows. And he said, this song that we're doing in the show, you should come to my house and record it, because it's a really good song for you. It was Ava Cassidy's version of Fields of Gold that we did up against The Sower, Monet's piece, which looks like a field of gold. And I'm like, well, can I afford it? How much does it cost? And he's like, just do a trade with me. You sing a demo for me, and I'll record this for you. And it was The Emperor's New School.
Wow.
Kronk for Hire was
Wow.
the name of the song. And then we just kept working together.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So Emperor's New School was the first
one.
Disney Channel thing. Wow. And these days, I mean, how many of the Phineas and Ferb is just wrapping up, right?
Just
wrapped.
Yes, we have one more special to go. I always get in trouble for saying things, but I'm pretty sure that this has been announced. There's one more hour-long special called the Alka Files.
You heard it here first on Disney.
You should have seen Twitter the last time I did a podcast. I'm like, I didn't say that! Twisting my words. So Alka, if you don't know, is the organization without a cool acronym where Major Monogram is in charge and Carl and Perry works for. So I don't really know anything about the plot. I know the song I sang, but I'm looking forward to it.
Nice. And these are like Emmy-winning shows, which Phineas and Ferb, Emmys, right? Sofia the First, Emmys.
Sofia the First, a little bit of trivia, the Primetime Emmys are coming up, and it's the first time that a music composer has been nominated for the daytime and the primetime in the same show.
Did she have a special or something on Primetime? Or how did that...
Well, yes. I'm trying to remember the name of it. It was The Curse of Princess Ivy, I think, the one with Anna Camp. Okay. Where it was black and white, and it was a great episode. But Kevin Cleach, crossing my fingers, he won the daytime, and he's nominated for primetime. So I'm hoping he gets it.
That's awesome. We'll be cheering him on. Do you have like a favorite of the shows you've done?
Has to be Phineas.
Phineas? Okay. Usually people are like, I can't choose.
Well, Phineas was something that was so special to me because it just doesn't happen as a job for people like me. Yeah. I do voiceover and talk, but mostly what I do is singing. And a lot of the talking that I do comes along in the songs. And voiceover is so... I've started training in the business when I was 3. I did my first recording session when I was 7. I've done everything from singing to dancing to being an instrumentalist to being a singer in front of my 10-piece and 17-piece bands. And the hardest thing that I have done is voiceover. It's the most competitive thing. Like, I was just telling you, as we were coming up, 200 auditions since February. I booked 1. That's so crazy. It's not for the faint of heart. But the thing about Phineas is that I was called in to work on the show directly by the creative team instead of through casting. And when the creative team requests you, that just doesn't really happen anymore in the business. Yeah. And it's more now, especially with like Sofia the First, if they have these parts that I would be right for, they're always going to celebrities or people with Broadway credits. And I am so honored to be working with them. But what happened to me on Phineas just doesn't really happen in the business. And it probably won't ever happen again for me. I mean, an 80 plus series episodes, 80 plus episodes, and I was on like 90% of them. That's for somebody that's just a singer on the show mainly. That just doesn't happen.
But you ended up, you mentioned celebrities doing the voiceover stuff. You voice double or singing voice for some of them, right?
Tori Spelling and Tiffany Thiessen.
For which roles?
Jake and the Neverland Pirates.
Okay.
Tori Spelling is the pirate princess,
Okay.
and Tiffany Thiessen was Misty.
That's kind of cool.
That was really cool.
Do they, like, how does that come about? Do they ask the celebrity to try and sing and they're like, oh, you can't, let's bring in Laura?
Well, that's a really good question, actually. I know from hearsay that Tori Spelling doesn't sing. I think she's pretty straightforward about I don't sing, because if you remember Saved by the Bell, when she was Screech's girlfriend in choir, she had a voice double then too.
Okay.
So that was kind of a given. I don't know how Tiffany feels. I just thought it was funny that it's Tori Spelling and Tiffany Thiessen were on Saved by the Bell together, then 90210 together, and now Jake and the Neverland Pirates.
Yeah.
It's like the trifecta.
So when you're doing I mean, you have to sound like them, right?
They send you a dialogue reference with just a bunch of their lines in a row, and then you just figure it out. You talk as them, and because it's all musical.
Yeah.
If you are any sort of musicality, voiceover is a lot easier, I think, because you can hear the pitches of someone's speaking voice.
Totally.
So you just take that and translate it into the song.
Very cool. Pat, you got a question?
Yeah, when you watch something you do you notice yourself without like noticing that's you? Like you're like, wait, that's my voice. Sometimes when you watch it, you like forget that you've done something.
There were so many episodes of Phineas and Ferb that sometimes I would watch because we have to catalog everything on IMDb, and I was like, oh yeah, I remember that one. Yeah.
Like, that's me, I think.
It's easy to forget. It is easy to forget. It's a good problem to have, but sometimes that does happen. I did a session one time for I think Princess Cruises or Crystal Cruises, where they hired me to come in and sing the song, and they didn't tell me that the reason that they hired me is because someone, I will not name names, was going to sing the song but didn't have the high notes.
Oh.
So I just got used for the high notes. So it was somewhere out there beneath the pale moonlight.
You're kidding me.
Someone's thinking of me. Like, I just got used for and I was like, oh, okay, that's cool too. But just like, give me a heads up. I'm cool. Happy to be here. Easy to work with.
Did you perhaps ever sing any notes of Let It Go?
Did I? No.
I was thinking maybe you were singing those high notes.
No, I do love that song. I could get on my rampage about vocal coaching and vocal health and technique, but I won't do that.
This is not the time or place. But after we hit stop recording, I would love to have that conversation. So you said that you primarily sing, at least that's how you started. Mm-hmm. Are you in any of the theme songs? Oh, which ones?
I'm in the Sofia the First theme song.
Ooh.
That's awesome.
Me and Ariel Winter in that did win an Emmy, so that was exciting.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, wait, what's your part?
Am I allowed to sing it? Do we
Sure,
all have
go
to pay
ahead.
royalties
Yeah,
or anything?
No.
A whole enchanted world is waiting for me. And I sing, waiting for me. She sings, I'm so excited to be Sofia the First. That's my part.
That's awesome.
I have a little echo things I do with her.
Yay.
Very fun. And we're working on the Elena of Avalor song. We don't know who's going to sing it yet, but they say they're hoping for a big celebrity, so I'm crossing my fingers.
Idina Menzel.
No, that's the thing. Elena is based off of the Hispanic culture, Latina culture, so they want someone that's actually Hispanic.
Well,
I'm
that
like,
would make
can we
sense.
get Christina Aguilera? Can we get Shakira? Like, who could Gloria Stefan? I have all these ideas. They're like, shut up, Laura.
They're like,
We know what we're doing.
Yeah, exactly, right? Pat, any questions from you?
Have you ever gone in the parks and like met like Sofia and like been like, oh, hey.
I did go to the park to see the last day of the Phineas and
and
Ferb
Ferb.
Rockin' and Rollin'. That was, and I had never seen it. I hadn't.
And were any of your songs that they used in
A
the
lot.
show? Yeah.
It was really cool to see an actual show in the park and be like, oh, that's me singing. Got a little emotional.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Like, that's super cool.
Yeah, when you like do something for TV and then it translates to
Yeah,
live
it was
action.
even cooler to have my friends that were both running the audition and auditioning saying, hey, I danced to your voice today at my audition. Hey, I got to choreograph. That was really cool.
That's awesome.
Super fun.
Yeah, that's kind of like, I shouldn't say given, but you know when you're working on a Disney project, there's a really good chance it's going to become like a theme park.
Multi-platform,
Yeah.
yeah.
Or
Yeah.
a toy or something. Are you a voice of any of the toys?
I was featured in some sort of toy with the boombox with the microphone. I can't remember, something for Sofia, but then I did get to come in, and this was a first-time experience when they put Sofia into the Disney Junior Live show, California Adventure.
So you must have seen that, right? Have you seen?
I
Please
haven't
tell me.
seen it yet. I've seen the videos on YouTube.
Kind of adorable.
I've seen the
Disney
videos.
Junior shows.
I saw it when it first opened because I was working in the park as an AGVA performer.
Okay.
Back in like 2001 or 2 when that opened. Because it used to be the soap opera bistro with the improv performers. Remember that? Yeah, I'm dating myself.
And before, what was it called before Disney Junior Live on stage? It was Disney. Oh God, it's gone through so many different
Playhouse
name changes.
Disney.
Playhouse Disney. Thank you. That was there for a long time.
Yeah.
And
So between being in the toy and then having on the kind of a live stage show with, I just got lucky, I think.
it's awesome.
Right place, right time. That's all this business is about.
It's crazy.
If you have talent, that's good too. But
And let's see. Is there an attraction in the parks or a show, I guess, that you would like just kill to do a voice on?
well, yeah, the audition I did the other day would be really cool to book.
Can you tell us what it is?
Yeah, I don't think they made the announcement at D23 about Star Wars Land.
You auditioned for Star Wars Land?
I auditioned for Space Mountain.
Hyperspace Mountain?
Yeah.
Oh! That's like, we're so excited for Hyperspace
It's
Mountain.
going to be exciting.
Have you done Space Mountain Ghost Galaxy?
Have I? I think so, where the ghost pictures are flat. I think I did once.
I love it. I love Space Mountain. I love Space Mountain Ghost Galaxy. So excited for Hyperspace Mountain. I hope I hear your voice in it.
Oh, it's very, very doubtful. So it's like out of like 2,000, 3,000
You got
million
it.
people.
You got it.
Done.
Any attraction would be great. I was very proud when my good friend Eden Espinosa got to sing over the fireworks. That was pretty magical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
I love Eden Espinosa.
Little trivia, we sang together in Animazement.
Animazement, you were
We
in
sang
that?
together in Groove 66 at Disney's California Adventure.
I was going to say, she started at Disney. I remember she was like
did.
Pocahontas and Ariel.
She played all of those in Animazement, but she started as a caroler in the Christmas Fantasy Parade. We played the same role in Minnie's Christmas Party. Remember that one?
No.
Nope. It was between Animazement and the next one, Snow White.
Oh, so I never got to see Snow White. I wish I had.
Snow White was very well done from a production standpoint, and the music was gorgeous. Oh, it was
And who
so
did
well.
who was the voice of the mirror? Like Patrick Stewart or something.
I want to say it was
think.
Patrick Stewart.
It's crazy. Like they got some big names. And who does the voice of Yen Sid and Mickey and the Magical Map? Come on, Patrick, you need to know it's your favorite show.
I don't remember.
It's
Is it Jeremy Irons?
no, isn't it the man that just passed away who did all the Tim Burton movies? Oh goodness.
We'll have to Google it on the break.
Can't think of it. Sorry, leave it in the comments below because they love to correct us. They just love it. Leave it in the comment below. Who does the voice of Yen Sid in Mickey and the Magical Map? So yeah. Anyway, that's quite a career you've got going.
Thanks.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
It's rock and roll. And I just want to bring up a show that I don't think you had anything to do with, but maybe I just want to bring it up because it's Disney Channel. A new movie that's transitioning into a TV show, The Lion Guard. Have you heard about this?
I have heard about it only because when I park at the studio, I see the chalkboard. Like, this space is reserved for Lion Guard.
Okay. And
Sorry.
you're like, bummer.
I'm so sorry.
This is cool though. Like, first of all, Lion King was, how long ago was Lion King? Like 94
95?
or 5? I think 4.
I know the Lion King parade was going on during 1995.
How good was that? Oh my
best.
goodness. Have you ever seen video of it, Pat?
No.
Oh my goodness.
One of the best parades we've
Lion
ever
King
had,
parade at
for sure.
Disneyland was fantastic. I remember vacation.
I think that was the first parade with showstops.
Oh, maybe. Oh yeah, I do
The
remember
very
that.
first one.
Oh, it's so good. They actually sold a home video of the entire parade.
I remember that.
And I had it at one point. I probably still do somewhere. But yeah, so Lion Guard is coming to the Disney Channel. Just wanted to mention that to our viewers. With voice talent like Rob Lowe as Simba, because Simba's all grown up now. And
James Earl Jones coming
back. And Ernie Sabella coming back as Pumbaa, which is super exciting. And Atticus Schaefer, whom I love from the middle. You know, he used to be the voice of Piglet before his
Really?
voice changed. Yeah, he was the voice, I believe. I hope I'm not making that up. Did you work with him maybe on Fish Hooks? I know he did Fish Hooks.
That's the thing people always ask me. Oh, did you
you
get to
do
work
work-
with someone?
you don't work
We're
with
in there
anybody.
alone,
I know.
pretty much. Now that I don't know if I told you I got a promotion.
No, I didn't hear it.
So now I am a vocal director, which is like a dialogue director, but for music. So anytime anybody comes in to sing on Sofia the First or Elena of Avalor, I'm behind the glass producing them.
That's awesome. So
I've
you do
got
get to work
I've
with
got
these
to work with
people.
some really, really cool people.
But not Tori Spelling and such because you're singing for them. So.
No. I think Jake is over.
Oh yeah, Jake.
I think that show is
wasn't
over.
that's the one that what was his name? Arquette. David Arquette. He was the voice on that, right? Yeah. Yeah, that was a fun show. I like Jake. Well, I like anything Peter Pan, really. So that's that. But yeah, I just want to let you all know, The Lion Guard coming to the Disney Channel, and then as a series in 2016. I guess assuming the movie does well, but it looks like it will. And this is like what, the third or fourth TV show The Lion King's getting? Because they had, or maybe movie. They had the movies. They had Lion King 2 and then Lion King 1.5.
And they had a Lion King TV show that, like, I
Timon
watched.
and Pumbaa, right?
Yeah, like I watched that like Disney Channel like 3 a.m. They like
I remember
posted
that.
it. But no, this is gonna be more of like a Disney Junior-ish show.
So before we move on to our trivia, I just want to give you the opportunity. Don't worry, it's not stressful. To plug anything else. I know you have a new album out. This is not Disney related, but it's pretty fantastic. I must
do
say.
have an album that's available on iTunes and Amazon and anywhere you want to get it. Just
Hashtag plug.
Hashtag one for my baby. It's a Sinatra tribute album. I sell them out of the trunk of my car too, if you're around. I'll give you the
Just
best
find
deal.
me.
Yeah, and it's in consideration for the 58th Grammy Awards.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh my God, when
You just like said that like it's nothing. Oh, it's just in consideration. You know.
Well, it's in consideration. It's called The First Round. So now you promote your album as much as you can and see if people like it when they listen to it and they want to vote for it.
LauraEDickinson.com. Right?
And LauraDickinson.com.
Oh, they both work,
And
okay.
LauraDickinson.net. And LauraDickinson.info. I got paranoid. I'm like, don't anyone steal it, please. Because it took me so long to get LauraDickinson.com.
Oh, really? Who had it?
Some random realtor in the Midwest, but she wasn't even Dickinson. D-I-C-K-I. She was D-I-C-K-E-N, but she had it just in case.
Oh, that's annoying.
Hundreds of dollars later.
Somebody
Thanks,
has
GoDaddy.
somebody has DCTC.com, which I want to buy for Disney Coast to Coast. We have DisneyCoastToCoast.com, but DCTC.com is like a tennis club, and it's very upsetting. So I got to work around that.
DCTC podcast.
Problems.
DCTC podcast. I might go DCTC.tv. I probably shouldn't say that because
That's
now
good.
somebody's going to go buy it. Oh God! Now I gotta buy it before I publish this episode. But in any case, yeah, it is annoying when somebody. I once looked like, I wonder if I can just buy Jeff.com. And I was like, nope.
E-E-F-F-F.
Yeah, right.
It's a joke
Just
for my
so
sister.
weird.
So the album is what I'm promoting, and I'm also promoting my shows at the Rockwell Table and Stage in Los Feliz.
Ooh.
We're
Which is
doing
an
our
awesome space. Have you been there yet?
It's really
No,
cool.
I might go soon.
It used to be
Cool.
just a narrow bar, and then they expanded it, and there's actually a stage.
Yeah.
Jeff Goldblum has a residency there, who I've sat in and sang with. He's fantastic. So we're doing 5 shows in September, starting September 1st. Please come. Please make your reservations. All the LA people like to just show up at the door, and the venue's
It's
calling me
true.
like, "Hi, you haven't sold any tickets. We're going to cancel your show." I'm like, "No, then I have to pay the musicians anyway." So please make
Show
some
up.
reservations. September 1st, September 7th, which is Labor Day, September 14th, September 22nd, September 29th, and then I'm having my very first birthday party ever. I've never had a birthday party in my whole life.
Wow.
Religious upbringing.
Well,
that's
that's-
another story. On September 23rd at Vibrato, it's the premiere of my big band, which is 17 musicians.
Wow.
Huge.
And at Rockwell, I only have 10.
That's pretty huge too. In that tiny space.
It's loud and rocking, and we have a good time.
Rockwell's a cool space. If you're in LA, check it out.
Oh,
Everything's.
on the 1st of September for sure, and probably all the shows if I can get my friends, we're going to do a song selection from An Amazement. We're also doing one of my favorite Disney songs that I play a game during the show, and see the first person that can do some social media answering gets a free copy of my CD
Oh, that's
if they
awesome.
know what movie it's from.
Ooh. It's from Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Nope, it's way old.
Oh, okay.
Makes it hard to guess.
Okay, that's awesome. Well, that's a lot of awesome stuff going on. Anything else we want to plug before we get to trivia?
Oh gosh, I don't know.
Everything's at LauraDickinson.com.
Just the record. The record. It's a Frank Sinatra tribute record with full big band and strings, and I did a lot of the arrangements myself. It has all the top LA session musicians on. I worked really hard on it, and I didn't do Kickstarter. I paid for it
Yay!
myself.
Yay!
Thank you.
did it.
Golf claps.
Yay! Cool. Well, now it's trivia time. Patrick, would you like to start? We normally ask each other trivia, but of course you're the. You
Well,
get the
I have
first
a
go at
feeling
it.
she'll know this right away, so
Okay.
I'm gonna give you a chance.
Okay.
So since we were talking about Sofia the First, so Sofia the First is voiced by Ariel Winters.
Uh-huh.
She also has another show
Ariel Winters has another show?
On ABC.
Ariel Winter does have another show.
On ABC Live Action?
Yes.
Once Upon a Time?
Nope.
Is it like Modern Family?
It is. She
Ding,
plays
ding, ding.
Alex Dunphy.
There we
Now
go.
here's my trivia for you about Ariel Winter. Which other animated Disney Channel shows has Ariel Winter provided a voice in?
Ooh. I want to say Jake and the Neverland Pirates.
That's one of them.
As like a mermaid or something.
Correct. Very good.
Score.
And
Doc McStuffins?
I'm not sure about
I
that
don't
one.
know either.
But like
I
the
would
easiest
guess
answer.
Sophia?
So, wait.
She is Sophia.
Phineas and Ferb?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What is...
She plays one of the fireside.
So you and her just like...
Pal around.
Working with each other. Awesome. I have a Disney Channel related question that is up for both of you. What was the launch date of the Disney Channel?
Ooh.
Let's start with a year.
80s.
80s is the correct decade. Let's narrow it down.
84.
Nope, very close.
3.
1983.
Really?
Yep. Do we have a guess on the date?
June 17th.
Not June.
I want to say September or October.
Nope.
Not fiscal year type of thing. November?
Nope.
December?
Nope.
March? April?
April. April
1st?
18th, 1983.
April 18th.
April 18th, 1983 was the launch of the Disney Channel. I actually found a cute little video of like them counting down the launch. We'll stick it on our Facebook page, so check it out. But yeah, so most of my life, Disney Channel has existed, and I just remember as a kid, like, it was a pay channel.
It was an elite thing. I'm like, Mom, can we please get Disney Channel?
And they would give it free for like a week. Every 6 months or so. Tell me the truth. Did you unplug the cable box so that you could keep it longer? Because we totally did.
I didn't do that, but this was all before, iPads and iPhones and computers. We didn't have the access to it on the internet like we do now. It was just like, please, 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 can we get it? And remember it wasn't Wonderful World of Disney, but what was the thing on the weekends that Michael Eisner used to host?
The Sunday night movies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't called Wonderful
But that
World
was
of Disney
on-
at the time, though. But that was on regular channel.
That was on
That
ABC.
alone was like, can we just please watch this, please? And I remember him coming out in his suits. But yeah, Disney Channel was a big deal. I remember that blue logo with the lines.
Yep. Super retro now.
It's weird that like probably everyone who watches like all those like Sofia the First, Jake and Lambert, it's all on Netflix now. So
Yeah.
it's just like bamming through that with their
And
kids.
iTunes.
Yeah.
And they have so many channels now. They have Disney Channel, they have Disney Junior, I think is his own channel.
Disney
and there's like Disney
XD.
XD.
Disney XD,
So there's
yeah.
so many of them. But
I
yeah,
didn't know that. Is that for sure that Disney Junior is his own channel now?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay, I gotta get a TV. I don't have time to
It's
watch
okay. It's
TV.
all on Netflix. It's
That's
fine.
right.
But yeah, no, it was. I do remember vividly, like Disney Channel when you got that free week. Oh, it was such a different channel at the time. Like there was such a difference between Disney Channel and Nickelodeon. You could not tell. You could so absolutely tell the two apart. Whereas these days, I feel like they're very similar, and I miss the old Disney Channel. But
Interesting.
It was in any case,
Pop in the
April
VHS.
April 18th, 1983. Just wanted to mention that. Of course, guys, I do want to mention we have a new contest going on. I'm not going to show you all the stuff right now because it would take too much time, but it's from the D23 Expo, a nice bag from the Expo with some little goodies inside, so check out DisneyCoastToCoast.com. As always, you can connect with us on social media and places like...
Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, iTunes, SoundCloud,
Really?
YouTube.
everywhere.
SoundCloud.
Yeah, that's where we host our podcast.
I'm gonna go follow you.
Yes,
There you
please do. And all that is at DisneyCoastToCoast.com. Thank you so much to Laura Dickinson for coming on the show. Yay! And we will see you next week, guys. Have a fantastic week. Bye.
Thanks for listening to Disney Coast to Coast. Have a magical day.
Stage.
Yeah, so clearly, listen, they had some exciting news, which you've all heard by now. Obviously, Bob Iger wanted to make this announcement.
Yeah.
It was a little weird, and therefore I feel like affected the Parks and Resorts panel tremendously, because they made the announcements of Star Wars Land is coming, like we've all been expecting, and we're expecting to hear at this convention for a long time. Bob Iger was clearly excited to do it, as he should have been. The biggest shock, it's coming to both Disneyland and Walt Disney World.